Hello all. Today we'll be learning about Docker as well as by the end of the session we will be getting a clear picture of how Docker works, why we use Docker and advantages of using Docker. Start with the basics of Docker and as the session continues I'll explain how to download it as well as how to use it and let's create one small project using Docker which you can upload in your LinkedIn or GitHub. Okay. So let's get started. Okay. So okay, the scenario is I'm working in a project. I'm working on a major project, and I have my two friends. So this is my laptop. Okay, this is my laptop, and it's a Windows laptop. So I have created a Python program, or basically my project is written in Python. So this is project code. So my project code is written in Python and I'm using Python 3.11. I'm using Python 3.11. So now this code is executing or I'm getting a proper clear output. So now I want to share my code. I want to share my project code with my friend. So let's consider, okay, this is my friend and this is his laptop, friend one laptop. So the OS is Linux. He is using Linux in his laptop, and the Python version here is Python 3.13. He is using Python 3.13. Now I want to share my project code with him. What I can do? So one option is I can zip the folder and I can send it to my friend through WhatsApp or anything. So what is the different options? So one of the best option is uploading into the GitHub repository. So let's consider this is Git. Okay, just a second. This is GitHub repo, and I will push my project completed code to this GitHub repo. Sorry. Okay, and my friend will clone that repo and he will try to run in his device. Now what happens when he try to run in his device? He'll be getting some error because the main problem of this is Python version. So I'm using Python 3.11 and he's using Python 3.13. So here what happens? I'm using some packages. Let's like we have NumPy and pandas, so on. We have different packages. So every version has its own, every package has its own version number. The same way every Python release will have its own version number. So here we have Python 3.11 and this is Python 3.13. So now this numpy library I'm using in my project. I'm using numpy in my project. Now what happens, my friend tried to run this project code, but what happens, for Python 3.13 the numpy library is different. I mean the numpy version is different. So what happens, so during this phase, while using, because I'm using Python 3.11, I can access some of the features in NumPy, and once they update NumPy, so basically they will keep on updating NumPy. So in Python 3.13, NumPy will have some of the extra features, or it may delete, or they may delete some extra features which is present in NumPy. So that my Python 3.13 have access to that feature which is present in NumPy. But what happens when we go to Python 3.13, they don't have access to that feature or a function, so which they have deleted. So now the problem is, because I have access to this some specific function in NumPy, this program properly works on my machine, or this program properly works on my computer. But when my friend tried to run that program, he don't have that specific dependency, or he don't have that specific function which is present in NumPy. So he is getting some error. And also he is using different OS, that is Linux. So even to run the program, your dependency matters. Your Windows have different dependency considered to Linux. In Linux you should install external dependencies and so on. So now, okay, just a second. So now the problem is he cannot run my code. So what I can do, how can I fix it? So what I will do is basically, okay, just a second. Okay, I'll delete this number. Okay, so what I will do is, instead of just sending him my project code, I will attach my Python 3.11 with it, and I will wrap it. I will wrap it like this. Then I will send this whole container. So I will call this as a whole container. So inside my container I have my Python 3.11. Also I have my project code. So all the dependencies or all the libraries which is required to run will be uh, present here in Python 3.11, and I am shipping this one. So what is the advantages? So this whole container, he can run this whole yeah, this is a whole container. So when he try to run this whole container in his device, it will work properly because I'm using Python 3.11, and even he will be using Python 3.11 inside the container. So this is the advantage of using Docker. So using this approach is called as Docker. Okay, so yeah, we call this as Docker. Okay, now you might be wondering, how can I share my container to him? So that's why how you have GitHub repo, in the same way we have Docker Hub repo. Docker Hub repo. So what I will do, this is my container. I will push my container to the Docker Hub repo, and my friend will clone that, or yeah, my friend will clone that Docker Hub repo to his computer. To his computer. So now, after cloning, he should run that code, right? So to run that, or to totally execute this container, we need Docker. So let's see how to install the Docker. Just open Docker desktop. So click on the second link, that is install Docker desktop. Click on it, and here based on your device specification you can download. So this is recommended. You can go with the x86, and yeah. So after completing, install it. After this is just a installation package. After this, install the Docker. So after installing Docker, open the Docker. So you will be seeing something like this, that is Docker desktop. Click on open. So you should see something like this, that is starting Docker engine. Okay. So yeah. So my Docker has been successfully installed. So if it's not installed in your case, just pause the video, install the Docker container, install Docker desktop, and open Docker desktop. Okay, yeah. So now open terminal. Open terminal. After installing this, you should make after installing. Type Docker hyphen hyphen version. So this will show you the Docker version. So type Docker hyphen hyphen version. So mine is 29.2.1. So after this one, so let's run a simple program. Okay. So yeah, so basically we have multiple terms in Docker. We have let me minimize this one. I'll just explain some of the key terms in Docker. So one is image. We have image. So what is image? Image is nothing but a blueprint. So in our case, Python 3.11, Python 3.11, that is this one. This one is my image. So next we have container. What is container? So this everything, project code plus image is a container. Next we have container. So what is the role of the container? The container will run the app. It will run app using your image. So this container will help you to run this project code using your image, that is Python 3.11. Next we have Docker file. Next we have Docker Docker file. So what is Docker file? Because what happens? So you might be heard about pip install hyphen r requirements.txt, right? So where you will be installing all the packages in Python. So what happens? So in Docker file, so basically what happens, I will create one Docker file. Let's consider this as a Docker file. So this is a Docker file. Okay, so first I will say install package. Then I will say what it should run app.py, or I will say run python app.py, and so on. So what happens, this is called as Docker file. Okay, now let's consider you have a GitHub repo or anything. Okay, let's consider you have a GitHub repo, and inside that GitHub repo you have a Docker file. So inside that Docker file you have this many commands. One is pip install. Okay, this should be here. This should be here. Pip install. Okay, I'll delete this. Okay. So what happens when you run? You should run Docker build. Only you should run Docker build in your terminal. So imagine your project code and you have opened it in VS Code, and you will open a terminal and you will run Docker build. So what the Docker container, what the Docker will do is it will find your file, whether you have a file named as Docker file. So once it detected a file named as Docker file, it will start executing that Docker file. So inside that Docker file, we have the commands that will actually execute our code. So one is pip install -r requirements.txt, which will install all the packages. And next we have run python app.py. So while you doing this one, it will access only Python 3.11, and it will run your app.py. So this is why we use Docker file. So or else Docker don't know what to run and what to do. So all the commands which you will be executing in the terminal will be saved in the Docker file, and you will be running just Docker build, and all the rest thing will be installed automatically. Okay, so let's build one small project. So let me create a folder, that is Docker project. Then cd Docker project. Then code space dot. So try this much. Code space dot. It will open your VS Code. Okay. So after this much, create one file. Let's name it as app.py. App.py. and just type a simple code. It is from Flask import Flask, from Flask import Flask, then app equal to Flask of underscore underscore name. It's a simple Flask program at the rate app dot home host equal to 0.0.0.0. Then you should select the port. So port, let's go with 5000. Okay, so this is my simple Flask server. Okay, so open the terminal. After completing this much, open the new terminal. So take down the code, take down the code. After completing this much, you can pause the video. After completing this much, open the terminal, new terminal. So I'll check my Python version, Python hyphen hyphen version. So I'm using Python 3.11, but I want to run this in Python 3.12. I want to run this program, that is app.py in Python 3.12. So what I will do is I will create a Docker file. So before that, create a requirement file to install all the packages, requirement.txt. So here I need Flask server or the Flask package. Okay, so after completing this much, you should create the Docker file. This is a main file. Okay, Docker file. So after creating Docker file, it will be looking like this. You should see a blue whale kind of icon here. So here we'll be writing the main code. So that is from which Python version you should use. So here I will be using Python 3.13. I should run this in Python 3.13 because yeah. And here you should set okay which version you want to run. So in my device I just have Python 3.11. So this will be done. Next working directory. Let's create one working directory as app, because what happens, Docker won't run your code directly here itself. It will create a copy of the container, then it will run there. It won't run here itself. So next, so basically we are creating one empty folder as app inside Docker, and we are copying requirements .txt file to that app folder. Next we are running pip install -r requirements.txt. Next we are copying all the whatever requirements which is downloaded. We are copying that downloaded inside a app.py. So that's why we're using dot dot. Next we have something called as expose. So what is expose? For example, okay, if I go here, okay, if this is my Docker container, so my app is running inside. So this is my app, so it's running. So I hope you are familiar with port and port numbers. So this is my browser. So now my browser wants to access my app. So my browser wants to access my app, but it cannot directly access it. It needs some port exposed from here, because now all the ports are closed. All the ports are closed. So we should ask the Docker to open one port so that it will be connected. So for example, if my app is connected to the 5000 port, so my app is connected to, it's exposed and it's connected to 5000. But from okay, just a second. Okay, but from Docker, no any port is exposed so that my browser cannot connect here. So that's why we use expose command, so that the Docker will open one port so that my browser can get connected. So this is how it works. So that's why we are using not this one. Okay, expose 5000. So this is the port number which will be exposed. Next, type command, that is python comma app.py. So this is my main program we should run. So I'll explain how it works. Just take down the code. So from Python 3.13, so this will pull the image. Next, we are creating a sample copy of a folder, that is slash app, inside a Docker container. So initially we have an empty container. So there we will create one folder as app. Then from this folder, from this Docker projects folder, we are copying the requirements.txt and we are pasting inside that empty folder which is present inside the Docker. So initially this will be empty. Initially this container will be empty. First we are creating a folder named as app, this one. Then we are copying this requirement file inside that. Then we are installing the requirement file inside that container. After installing, we are just copying everything, or I mean all the dependencies, or all the all the files from this folder. All the five files from this folder will be copied and will be pasted inside that container. Next, we are exposing 5000. I mean, we're just opening one port here. So let's consider this port as 5000. Only then my browser can connect for it. Next, we are using command python app.py. So once you use this one, what happens? Your Docker container will run this code. Will run this command inside the Docker container. Your Docker will run this code inside the Docker container, so that your app or your project will keep on running. So this is how it works. Okay, so now we are in this terminal. So after this one, you should build, that is Docker build hyphen t. Just give any name. You can give any name. I'll name it as a flask app space dot. So use this one, Docker build hyphen t flask app space dot. So here we are building it. Here we are building it. So now we have our container, right? So for our container, we are giving an name as flask app. So this is hyphen t stands for tag. Hyphen t stands for tag. Docker build, we are giving a tag as flask app, and this is the folder path where all your folders will be present. That is this file. That is Docker file. So that's why we are just using dot. I mean that is here itself. Click on enter. So it will start pulling Python 3.13. Requirements.txt is not found. Okay, I'll copy relative path. Okay, it's requirement. I have used requirements. Yes is not present there. So I'll run it again. So it's installing, that is, it's downloading Python 3.13. So now it's executing pip install hyphen r requirements.txt, because the same error is, we don't have requirements file, we just have requirement file. It's a typo here. Okay, let me save it again and just run docker build hyphen t flask-app.p. So okay, now it's executing requirement.txt, because here I have requirement.txt. It's installing all the requirement libraries. Okay, now we should run the container. So now we have completely created an image, or we have completely created a container. Now we should run. That is docker run. You should use docker run hyphen p. That is your port, and this is internal port. So basically, I'm using a port number in my Python code. You can see I'm using Python 5000. So this is internal port, and this is external port. So okay, if I access this one, okay, here. So this outside we call, this is 5000 port number, and inside we have, okay, this is my app. Just a second. This is my app running, and it will expose some port, that is, even if it will expose to 5000. So you can use different values, it's left to you. So we are using same one, that is, we are using two same ports, that is 5000 and 5000. Okay, now, so this is port number, that is 5000. Next, just type your tag. The tag name is Flask app here, Flask app, and click on enter. Uh, okay, it's already allocated. Okay, let's use different. If it's allocated, you can use different one. So I'll go with the Flask 5001. This is just connecting. Okay, failed to port is okay. Okay, okay. Okay, so now our program is running. Click on this. So here you can see hello world. So here you can see hello world. So that's how Docker container works. Control C, it will stop it. CLS, clear screen. So again, I'll help you out how to build. So after writing everything, just open terminal, new terminal, then Docker build hyphen t. Okay, before that, open Docker, stop all the running services. It's not opening. Okay, no problem. Just use Docker PS. It will show which is running here. That is, you can directly use Docker stop. Just stop the running app, followed by the container ID. Copy this container ID and paste it here. So it will stop that running Docker container. Clear the screen. Again, type Docker PS. So now we are not running any container. So how to build the container? Docker build hyphen t flask app space dot. So this will build the container. Next, how to run the container? It's actually easy. Docker run hyphen p, that is port, that is 5000. 5000 is the inner port, and 5000 is the outside port. Then Flask app, that is use the same, make sure you're using the same one, that is Flask app. Click on enter. So we are running our Flask server in Python 3.13. This is how it will look. So press Ctrl C, it will stop. So run docker ps to check whether you're running anything. No, we are not running anything now. So this is how to create a simple website or simple project using Docker. So I hope you got some information from this one, and if you need more videos like this, or if you have any confusions, please let me know in the comment section. And thank you. Please do subscribe to this channel.